Hey everybody, my name is Sam and I am the camp director for San Isabel Scout Ranch. And today I have Travis, who is the professional advisor for Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base. And you may have heard some grumblings about some different things that are happening for camping in the Rocky Mountain Council in 2021. And so Travis is here to tell us a little bit about how those impact Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base. So Travis, tell us kind of the biggest thing that's changing with High Base.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sam, we're really excited about these changes coming up. Obviously, 2020 was a really tough year for a lot of people, including us. We're not going to deny that. But with the new updates that are coming out, with how scouting is moving forward in the Rocky Mountain Council, we're really excited about that and this announcement. And that announcement is that we are going to be moving our programming operations from our current location near Salida, Colorado, to San Isabel Scout Ranch. So we're going to be combining it and being able to provide so much more programming, activities, and just everything in logistics all into one place. It's going to be a great time for everyone, for our participants. So
yeah, when I first heard that we were doing this, I got super excited about it. And I think a lot of people do have just some questions and concerns, rightfully so, about how that impacts their experience moving from one location to another. So why don't we just kind of hit on some of the activities and what they're going to look like. Let's start off with mountain biking.
Yeah.
How will mountain biking look different?
Yeah, so mountain biking, and so in the past, how we've been doing it is, you kind of choose a day to go mountain biking if you wanted to or not. You just kind of go. But with moving everything to San Isabel Scout Ranch, we're going to have access to even more mountain bikes. We're going to have access to more trails. We're going to have access to just a little bit easier way to be able to handle it. So for those of you who are coming out that aren't experienced mountain bikers, there's a lot of trails out here that we're going to be able to provide for you from the beginner level through the advanced. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Also, being able to get off property, being able to stay on property, there's a lot of room to be able to ride around.
Yeah. So definitely a great move for mountain biking. What about climbing? Because we had a really great climbing program being near Penitente.
Absolutely.
How is that going to look different?
Yeah, so logistic-wise, we don't have to drive an hour to go rock climbing anymore. Penitente Canyon is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But obviously, it's a lot of time away from being able to do programming sitting in the car. So by coming to San Isabel Scout Ranch, we're going to be able to put in some new routes. We're going to be able to put in some different experiences on places that, even for us as professionals, we've never been able to rock climb on. And it's going to be an outstanding experience for everyone in that regard.
We're working with a local club to get some new routes put in, and they're really excited because they've actually been eyeing the property for quite some time to come up and do some rock climbing. And so now both groups, us and this climbing club, we have real good reasons for wanting to build out this program. So it's going to greatly impact those going to High Base. Let's talk about backpacking, because that's the biggest one that we do there.
That's a big one.
How does that change?
So we have been working it out to be able to provide an excellent experience for backpacking purposes. Most of our units would be going up Chavano, which is a 14er, which is over a 14,000 foot mountain for those of you who aren't familiar with the term. And being able to move to San Isabel Scout Ranch, it actually opens up the possibilities to us quite a bit. So right next to us, we have Greenhorn Mountain. We have several backpacking trips and trails that they're going to be able to go on. We're going to split them into groups and get outside to be able to enjoy it. And it's everything ranging from 4 miles to 10 miles, whatever the case may be. But just up the road, up in West Cliff, Colorado, we have a huge number of 14ers. So if people aren't interested in being able to go on our normal scheduled backpacking trips, which we'll get to the weekly program in just a sec, we're going to be able to help them be able to summit a 14er. We're really excited about being able to do all of that.
Yeah, it's going to be really great, and the area is lush and beautiful. I spent one summer up there and I really enjoyed it. So I think everybody coming to High Base at San Isabel Scout Ranch is really going to enjoy that. So,
absolutely.
Well, the last one, the big one that really sticks out, whitewater rafting. That's always been a really huge one for Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base. And we know just from talking with a few people that they have concerns. How is whitewater rafting going to look going into 2021?
No, that's a great question, Sam. So we have partnered up with one of the premier whitewater rafting companies here in Colorado, Echo Canyon, based out of Canyon City. We're very excited to work with them. We're going to be able to provide a full day of whitewater rafting down Bighorn Sheep Canyon, down the Arkansas River. So it really doesn't take away from the experience that they had before. If anything, they're going to have a better experience because Echo Canyon, they have the facilities, they have a wonderful restaurant, they have so many other things. Like you could even pay to have a GoPro on you to be able to have it facing you as you're going through the rapids. You know, it just provides so many more resources that honestly we weren't able to provide at our last location. So moving it to San Isabel Scout Ranch, partnering up with Echo Canyon, it just provides such a better opportunity for everyone.
It does. It absolutely does. Now, because we're moving it to San Isabel Scout Ranch, that also means there's some facilities that we have at SISR that we didn't have at Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base there in Poncha Springs. And so what are some of the additional activities that we're looking at offering to those who are signing up for Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base that they normally would not have gotten?
That's good. Yeah. So as a weekly schedule kind of rolls around, obviously we're going to come in on Sundays. Everyone's going to check in. That hasn't changed at all, other than where you're going. Don't go to the old location.
Yeah.
It's not going to, no one's going to be there.
Nope.
But starting off on Mondays, we're going to be able to go paddle boarding. We're going to go fishing. We're going to do hawks and knives, throwing tomahawks and knives. We're going to be able to do shooting sports, which is something we weren't able to do at our old location. We can do archery. All of those shooting sports opportunities are going to be available at San Isabel Scout Ranch. And then as we move through the week, we really want to be able to help you acclimate to where you are.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of day hikes we're going to send you out on. We're going to send you, like I said, paddle boarding. We're going to send you a little bit on mountain biking, just to kind of get your lungs used to being at over 9,000 feet.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things that we hear from a lot of people who are coming to Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base, which most of our clientele are coming from very low altitude areas of the country.
Yep.
And they're looking for a real awesome high adventure experience, but we want to do it safely. And so some of the feedback that we've received from units who have been here is we wish we would have more time to acclimate. And while we absolutely have recommended for years that you come out a little bit early to be able to acclimate, we've recognized that, not every unit is able to do that. So we've built a schedule that does just that. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about how that schedule is going to work for Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base.
Yeah, so just to go back a little bit, like I said, we're going to do check-in on Sunday. Monday, we're going to kind of split everyone into two different groups, a Group A, Group B, and just to be able to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to do something and have enough time to do it. So Group A, maybe they go paddle boarding and go fishing, and then they do they throw tomahawks and knives in the evening. And then Group B, at the same time, they go on a short hike. Maybe there's a little bit of mountain biking involved, just to kind of help their lungs get there. And then, as I said, moving through the week, we're going to do Tuesdays. They're going to switch activities, help acclimate there. Wednesday, we go whitewater rafting. Thursday, we're going to go backpacking, and we're going to do something big. We're going to summit higher than 11,000, 12,000. Even some of the hikes that we have involved are over 13. And then, as I mentioned before, for a unit that feels a little bit more advanced, a little bit more gutsy, confident, if they're interested in going on a 14er, yeah, we're going to let them do that too.
We can do it.
Yeah. And so by the end of the week, they're feeling really good, because Monday and Tuesday, those are the tough times when they're trying to acclimate. But by the end of the week, we're really taking it all the way. So
yeah, I see this schedule as a great starter opportunity for those who are having a first-time high adventure experience. I think for anybody, this is going to push them quite a bit, but this schedule will allow the newest of scouts who are just entering that phase of their scouting experience to be able to go do high adventure stuff. They'll be able to have a really awesome time because the schedule forces you to take it slow, become acclimated. San Isabel Scout Ranch is located at 9,000 feet in elevation, almost the exact same elevation as our former location for Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base. And so this is going to force you to get adjusted and acclimate to this really high altitude. And that way you can truly enjoy your experience of summiting that 11, 12, 13, maybe even that 14,000 foot peak and not be miserable. Because I've dealt with altitude sickness a couple times in my life. It is horrible. It is not fun. And so we don't want anybody coming to high base and feeling horrible about their experience and feeling down.
Yeah.
We want them to have a good time.
Yeah, and honestly, these announcements, these changes, I know there's a lot of people out there that are nostalgic about the Rocky Mountain High Adventure Base, where it currently is, right, or our last location. Completely understandable. But just know that the activities, the programming, the resources that you're going to have at San Isabel Scout Ranch are going to be incredibly awesome.
Yeah.
And for them to be able to elevate their experience, for you to be able to elevate your experience is just going to be what you want. And so we encourage you, sign up early, get involved, contact us at the office. You can visit our website at rockymountainscouts.org. And like I mentioned, you'd call us at the office at 719-561-1220. I'm happy to talk to you about it more. Sam would be happy to talk to you about it more. Our whole staff is on board. We're happy to get you all the great details and get you excited about coming out this summer.
Absolutely. A couple of important dates that you want to keep in mind. Early discount registration ends on January 31st. So if you want to save some money, a big chunk of money on coming to High Adventure Base this year, definitely get at least a few spots registered before February 1st. After February 1st, we go into our regular pricing, and then April 28th. That is a really big day because we then charge a late fee. All right. We need to know as far in advance as possible for our permit, making sure that we have enough staff to be able to handle all of the activities and whatnot. So be sure to plan far enough in advance. Like Travis said, give us a call, reach out to us, and we'll be happy to answer any of those questions. So
that's right. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And like we said, just reach out, contact us if you guys are interested in coming out.
Yep. We'll see you at High Adventure Base. Bye.
See ya.